G'day and welcome back to DuckZorly Gaming and a Let's Play series here on Fenton Forest Farm. Well, we are taking back up exactly pretty much where we left off. The only difference is we have actually already mowed around the boundary of this field. But we've now got the big M. He's off on his course. He's going to actually go through and finish off this entire field. But we are going to leave him exactly there and get on with that job. In the meantime, what we are going to do is we're going to come back here to the farm and we need to get a little bit more equipment down over to him. Most particularly, we need to get the Swadro. Now, what we're after is after the Atlas. I'm going to grab the Atlas, wherever I put that. It was over here behind this trailer over here. I'm going to get the Swadro, or at least one of the Swadros, take it down there. We're going to start windrowing some of that grass before, as it turns into hay. And we are going to make sure we're all good to go down there. So a bit of a drive, but we'll be good. Now this thing's full of fuel, it's been maintained, it's been fixed up, so it's all good to go. Alright, hope everyone is doing really well. We are loving it. We are back on the farm with our big M and we are powering through that grass, which is lovely. Alright, so we're going to grab the Swadro. Now this may be the last time you see this particular Swadro here. Spoilers. Won't go into much detail as to why or what we're going to be seeing, but it will be a replacement. But this particular model, probably the last you'll see it on the DuckZorly Gaming channel. So anyway, all good. Right, so we are just going to fly down the road here and get this down there and get to work. A bit wide on the road there, that's okay. I do like this little tractor as well, the Atlas. Not a bad little model. So this is another one of the ones that isn't going to be in the Platinum Edition, or the Class D or C as I refer to it. But that's okay, we can still use it. It's not as if it's going to be going away and not being used. So yeah, it'd be nice to have that. The other thing I'm looking forward to having actually is with the implementation of the Platinum Edition to the game, is we should now finally have the class green as a colour option in our colour palette. So that means when we go and recolour our equipment or whatever else, we can actually colour it to the class green or the class red or combination thereof. So it's very nice instead of using the greens that are not quite there. So I think it's one of the Fent greens. Is of a lighter colour, but it's not the same as this limey coloured green, so that I like so much. But anyway, that's all good. Alright, so we're going to fly down here, going through the back of the village at the moment, or the township, and we'll get over there. We'll first off, we'll go and windrow around the edges of the field, just to get that done, and then we'll set up a course once the big M has done enough, and he'll actually go through and start working on the actual field proper. Alright, nothing coming through there. Through the roundabout. Well, we didn't indicate, naughty us. Anyway, it's all good. Up over the bridge. Here's the port, one of our selling points. Now we have got a nice little flat area here. You may have seen previously when we came over to the field. So put some placeables in there, so if we needed to, for instance, we could put another fermenting silo, for instance, or something like that. So certainly have the options to expand out this way if we need to. There is a shed here at these fields, but I don't believe we're going to need that much in the way of infrastructure over this side as yet. But things can and will change, obviously. Alright, so here we are. As you can see, here's all the grass we've worked on. So what we're going to do is we are just going to unfold. Oops, press the wrong button. We're going to unfold, and then we're just going to get started. Oh, sorry, just had an itchy. Okay. Sorry, we're going to lower him off, turn him on, and away we go. Alright, so the idea is we're going to go around the edge of the field, clean all this up. I haven't done the neatest of jobs through here, and then we'll be good. Not exactly the quickest tractor in the fleet either, but that's okay. Hopefully our distances are... no, they're not. That's right, we can come through, we can sort of fix up this one that we're missing to our right on the next pass. We can sort of merge those two together. Here comes the big M. So we'll be passing along the southern edge of this field. So he's getting on with the mowing of that field very, very quickly. Now I don't know, it looks like he's doing a swath. I hope he is, but anyway, if he's not, that's not a problem. So he's flying around. Look at it, looks beautiful, doesn't it? Yes, I'm biased, I know. Here he comes. Just chewing through that grass like no tomorrow. Wonderful. Alright. So yeah, so he's off and running there. Now, we have also got... well, speaking about him, what he's doing, he's actually doing a different route than what we normally do. I'm testing out the racetrack option in course play. So when we actually do a course play course, you have the option of doing up and downs, racetracks, or spirals. I think at the moment is the limit. I've never had much success with the spirals, but I've never tried the racetrack. So I figured today we'd try the racetrack and see what that does. So a little bit later we're going to head back in, have a look and see exactly what's going on there and see how that's working. But for the moment we're just going to concentrate on getting all this done. As you can see, this guy hasn't got the strongest engine. Probably would have been better with a Xerion. The incline here is a little bit deceiving. As you can see, it's quite a significant incline, really. Once he gets up around this corner, he'll be okay. But yeah, it's very deceiving, and that's the thing with some of Stevie's maps. Historically, you get areas that are just very deceiving. You don't realise the incline is quite as high or as steep as it is, and it makes some very interesting gameplay. Now, coming through here, I'm going to pass this tree. There is no need to continue on because there's only the one mode strip up here, so there's no need to use a windrow all the way up here. So what we are going to do is we're just going to lift up and turn off, and then we'll head back down here and we'll just tidy up all this other area down through here. Alright, so we're just going to straight into it down here. Don't have access to that land. Well, I disagree. I do have access to this land. Can't quite collect all that through there. Yeah, almost. There we go. That wasn't too bad. Right, so now we head down the slope again and collect all this. He's flying. The big M is really flying around that field. Now he's doing, what's he doing? 25 kilometers an hour in the field. So he's ripping through that grass, which is good. Yes, we are looking forward to. We've got a couple of new mods on the horizon. I can't say too much at the moment, but rest assured, they are mods that all of you will thoroughly enjoy. So make sure we check out the channel, keep an eye on that. It's going to be some wonderful stuff coming out. So yes, looking really forward to bringing those mods to you. Right, so we're just going to continue down through here, and then we'll be at the point where we can head back over to the northern side of the field, tidy up that area, and then by that time we may almost be ready to put this guy into the field proper. But the problem I have with that is obviously the width of the Swadro is different to the width of the Big M, and therefore we could have the possibility, depending upon what track we put into the system, it could cause some sort of collision when it's doing the racetrack. So we need to be very careful about how we implement this guy doing its course and impacting on the big M. We don't want to have a collision. So yeah, we might, I mean, who knows, we might even do it manually if we have time. Alright, I'll bring this round. Yeah, trying to jackknife it, bend out the hitch. There you go, see he's started his second run through. Alright, and we're going to start another run down through here. Now, as we said, this other row here to our left, we're going to incorporate that with the one from the original run. Hopefully I can capture all this through here. Looks like we can. Nice. And we'll just continue up to the top. Then when we get to the top, we'll just come back down, tie up that one. In fact, we'll do that on the way back. We'll head straight back up to the northern side of the field. Keep on changing my mind, I know. Alright, hope everyone is doing really well. We've obviously recorded this straight on the back of our previous episode. So nothing really has changed in the way of the news or anything else that we know of. We did talk in the last episode about what's coming up with the Platinum Edition. And we are looking forward to that. We are getting closer and closer to having that coming out. And in fact, by the time you see this, we should be getting very close. But let me know in the comments whether you're really looking forward to it or not. I mean, it's an interesting thing. Now, it's 35 plus pieces of equipment. No map. Now, traditionally, generally, the Platinum Edition has incorporated a new map. Now, Giants had come out and categorically said there was going to be no map for the Platinum Edition for Farming Simulator 19 when they were quizzed about it. So I would tend to say we're not going to be seeing a map, which is fine. That doesn't worry me so much. I mean, we've got a good amount of equipment available to us with this DLC. Now, there's a lot of people that aren't so happy with that, admittedly. But I think we are still getting value for money. Whether everyone agrees with that, again, it's one of those things. It's like so for instance, let's talk about the cotton DLC, the John Deere cotton DLC, as we begin coming back past us again. I don't think that was value for money. I mean, it was only $5, but really we got the cotton harvester and we got a couple of trailers. Okay, was it really value for money? No. Should it have been in the game originally or given as a free DLC? Yeah, possibly. I mean, look, we have to support our developers and all that sort of stuff as best we can, but there comes a point when you start wondering whether it's just a cash grab. And I would wonder, with having the John Deere already in the game, that perhaps that was a cash grab. I mean, let's be realistic. Would anyone have bought that DLC for the trailers for the cotton if it had been a different brand? Maybe. Did everyone basically buy it that did buy it because of it being John Deere brand? Possibly. So I mean, these are the sort of things we need to think about. And I mean, obviously they thought about it. But is that the premise of why most people bought it? I mean, I don't know. I mean, I bought it only purely to showcase the new cotton bales. Now, for those of you that are aware, I had the JD cotton baler in Farming Simulator 17. We used it on Beaver Creek, Stevie's farm map on FS19. I think it was his last map that he created for FS17. And we enjoyed using it. I mean, yeah, it was a JD piece of equipment, but that's okay. All that aside, it worked well. And we enjoying doing the cotton because at that stage we didn't have cotton, so it was a new crop. So basically they incorporated us having a new crop plus new equipment. We didn't have any trailers or anything to take the cotton bales, which was interesting, although we did have an auto load trailer that we ended up using that was converted to take the cotton bales, and that was fine. It was actually created by the same guy that created the cotton harvester, Jay Dunn. Now he's from FSASMC, I think it was. Anyway, so he created the trailer that matched, so you could actually pick up the cotton bales on the auto loader, which was fine. But to get it as a DLC and just get those couple of trailers, I don't know. I mean, look, it's brought McCormick in, I guess. You got some nice McCormick trailers, and they do work well. I did enjoy using them. I'm using them to a point on Western Australia, although I finished the cotton harvest there now, so I don't know if they'll come back again or not. But yeah, I don't think it was value for money. Now, getting back to what I was originally saying, I think the platinum is because we've got 35 plus pieces of equipment. We haven't got a map, I know, but there is a large amount of equipment. So with the John Deere one, for instance, we got, what, 7 pieces of equipment, I think it was, at best. Yeah, it was only $5, I know, but there wasn't a lot of content there. The Homer DLC, well, that was a freebie, but then that was stuff we had in Farming Simulator 17. So if they had brought that out and charged anyone for that, there would have been an uproar. Then, yeah, so I mean, I don't have a problem with them charging for their DLCs to a point, but there needs to be a definitive value for money, and certainly for the moment, I don't think there was value for money in the John Deere Cotton DLC. But I do believe there is significant value in the Platinum Edition. But that, again, depends on whether you want and like to use class. If you hate class, if you intend on using class about the same as what I intend on using John Deere, then yeah, okay, the Platinum Edition is probably not for you. That's a given. But anyway, all things aside, we've spoken about that enough. I'm looking forward to it, and certainly you will see it here on the channel in earnest. You will see a lot of class stuff on the DuckZorly Gaming channel once it does come out. And I make no apologies for it, because I'm going to play with the gear I like to play with, and that happens to be the class stuff. So there you go. If you like John Deere and you're watching this channel with the expectation of seeing some John Deere, well, don't necessarily leave, but it's few and far between. In all the fun and games I do say about the John Deere, I do intend in the near future to do a series that actually is using the John Deere. We did indeed do that on Farming Simulator 17. Lone Oak Farm series, the map by Bullet Bill. Arguably one of the best maps ever made as far as I was concerned, with the detail in that in it. It was a John Deere only map pretty much. So I'm not going to be returning to Lone Oak Farm. I know Oxygen David has just released the Farming Simulator 19 convert of it, the version of it that he's done for that. No offense to Oxygen David, I just don't like it as much, and I don't intend on looking at Lone Oak Farm for Farming Simulator 19. It's just not the same, and I'd rather have my memories of that great map left as it was for 17. Again, that's just my opinion. You guys can go do what you like, but yeah, we won't be seeing it here. Yeah, so there will be a series. I just have to find the right map and the right timing to bring that in. But rest assured, we will have a map that will have some John Deere equipment on it, if not mostly John Deere equipment. As much as it may pain me to do it. It may only last 2 episodes, but you'll see some stuff. Oh, I'm joking. Alright. We're going to let him continue on. I just need to check something very quickly off camera. He didn't continue on, did he? Right. There we go. He obviously didn't want to engage his cruise control, who just stopped dead. But yeah, so that's pretty much where we stand with that. But yeah, looking forward to it. Oh, sorry, I was just reading something. Right, what else is there? Well, looking at Fenton Forest, we have fed our sheep, as we said before. We do need to check in. I think we'll be pretty close to having the plumbers finish the water, plumbing in the water trough for the sheep. So we'll have to go back to the farm at some point and check on that. And if they have, we need to fill up the water trough with water for our sheep. We want to make sure they've got feed and water overnight. So they will be all good to go. So that will be what we probably do after we finish here directly, because it's pretty important. We don't want to lose any animals. We've got 230 sheep. We do want to make sure they're all comfortable, well looked after, before we look at expanding our empire into either new animals or anything else. We do have to keep a good eye on those. Have to keep an eye on the wool. We want to make sure we're on top of wool deliveries, all that sort of stuff. Now that's one thing with this Atlas, the brakes are not very good. So we do have to be cognizant of that. Right, we're going to fold this guy up. We're going to head back over the field just because it's convenient. We saw the big M go past a minute ago. I think he's probably down the other side there at the moment. All this wonderful grass. We're going to have so much grass / hay coming off this field, it's not funny. So I guess that's the first thing we need to make our decision. Do we take this back and put it in the silage pit and begin work on the silage pit, or do we bale it into silage bales and then just sell the bales? I'm thinking probably there's two things to it. I need to set up the course, whether it be with course play alone or also with the auto drive, to have a course coming from this field to the farm to offload is what we need. And we see the big end coming through. We're going to head back. In fact, we're not going to head back. We're just going to leave this guy here because there's no point going back with this. So yeah, are we going to just let me think about this for a minute. Are we just going to go out here and have a look at the big M as he comes past? Are we just going to take it all in one load and set up a courseplay course, or do we do it manually? Manually means there's going to be a lot of work done. We could use our road trains, which can take almost 180,000 litres in one go. That's probably a possibility. Because picking up all this grass, I'm not intending on using a loading wagon. I am going to use the Jaguar, which is over there, with the overloader, so we can actually maximize our yield and pick up. So we can set the Jaguar off on a course to follow this course that the Big M has done, and do that. In fact, what I must do before I do anything else is I must save this course. So just excuse me for a minute. That is course 30, field number 36. Field 36. Field 36 big M. Right, save that course. Thinking about it. Right, there we go. Alright, so that's what we could do. We could set this guy up and he could just follow around, and then we bring a tractor or trailer in. In fact, what we'll probably do is probably another tractor in with another well, we've got another auger wagon here. So we'll have the Jaguar with the auger wagon going in the field picking up the grass. Another tractor with the auger wagon here to offload this guy, and then our truck would be parked in here with our road train. So that's probably the likely way we would do that going forward. So I think that's what we need to get set up with and get going. So that's exactly what we will do. Alright, so what I need to do is I need to get another tractor down here. So it'll be a Xerion, just to have the pure grunt. We'll get this guy started up, and that'll be the next episode. We'll get started on this. So we'll let the Big M continue on mowing out. We will then get the Jaguar in the next episode going. We will get one of our other tractors down here as well, and we'll also bring the road train down, or the truck and trailers down. We'll probably bring both of them down and get them started as well. Alright, so that's basically what the plan is in the short term to deal with this field here, field 36. We do need to go back to the farm, as I said, and see if we've got the pipe work ready. So we'll quickly just cheat and just scoot our way over there. We'll go over to the sheep directly. So here we are. This is the sheep pen. We'll come around through here. There's our grass there. All our merino sheep there, sitting there being quite fat, dumb and happy. Alright, not quite ready yet, I don't think. Installation will be completed in 2 hours. So local plumber arrived at 6 o'clock to install it. So he's not going to arrive till tomorrow morning. Alright. I wonder whether we're going to have enough. We don't have any water. I think I need to get some water in there, and we'll do that very quickly. We've got a water tanker here. All I got to do is grab a tractor, hook it up, head on over, unload it, and we should be good to go. So we'll do that very, very quickly before we sign off. In fact, as we're signing off. Alright, so again, thanks very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the episode. We are enjoying our time here on Fenton Forest, as always. It is a lovely map. If you haven't checked it out yourself, please consider go checking it out. We have a couple of videos on it. We have the exclusive flyover video, presentation video that was done for the release of the map, or prior to the release of the map. We were very privileged to be given access by Stevie and to present that. There is also the review of the map, or basic showcase the map, and obviously this Let's Play series. So don't forget to go check out Stevie's Facebook page, which is where all of his mods are available, including this map, his trailers, his tractor modifications, all that sort of stuff. And I do encourage you to go and check it out and leave him a message and tell him how much you appreciate all the work that he does for us in Farming Simulator. Right, this has got no water in it, so that was a waste of time. I need to go back around here and grab some water. I thought I had a water tank here as well in the farm. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to... These with a big 4-wheel drive, we're going to go straight through. I don't know if we can pick up any water from here actually. Let's have a look. Oh, we can, it is deep enough. Alright, so we're just going to fill him up, and then we're going to fill up the sheet with water, and we can do that off camera. So thanks very much for joining us. As I said, Stevie's map is fantastic. We're really enjoying it here. Hope you enjoyed the episode. As always, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing, and if you do, press that alarm notification icon. And please also consider sharing with your friends, telling your friends about DuckZorly Gaming, as we are on the road to 1,000 subscribers, getting very close now. And we look forward to reaching that milestone with all of you, what we regard as our DuckZorly Gaming family. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks to all our patrons for all their support. And if you wish to support the channel further, you can actually do so via the Patreon link down below in the comments. And until next time, no matter whether it's morning, afternoon, evening or night, no matter where you are in the world, take care of yourselves and your loved ones, and we'll see you again very, very soon back here at DuckZorly Gaming. See you later. Bye.